Okay, let me welcome you to today's lesson. So, the lesson for today, it's a lesson that talks about the culture and heritage. So, focus on culture and heritage, South Africa Heritage Body. So it focus on the culture of our country, the heritage of it, and something that we call it heritage body. So in this actual topic, meaning that the five bullets that we are having here are the bullets that emphasize on at what you should be able to learn when this topic end. So at the end of this lesson, these are the things that you need to understand that you'll be tested on. So what you need to understand, the first of one is to be able to name and be able to describe what is the South African Heritage Body. When we talk about South African Heritage Body, what are we talking about? Then the second bullet is to be able to identify the logo, be able to see a logo of the South African Heritage Resource Agency. So funeke wazi ilogo yayo of the South African Heritage Resource Agency. Then after that, knowing the logo, then you must be able to list the functions zayo. What does it do? Actual function of the South African Heritage Resource Agency. You will list the function in terms of what does it do, what is the main focus of it, focus on doing what. Then the fourth bullet is to name, be able to name the provincial. So be able to name the provincial heritage agency of each provinces. So we have 9 provinces, so be able to name provincial heritage agents of all the 9 provinces that we are having. Then the last part will be talking about be able to describe the special heritage permits. So permits, meaning that the heritage that in order for you to get in them, which require you to have a permit for them, are those ones that are protection regulation. So you'll be told about them. Structures such as structures that are older than 60 years. The archaeological site. What is archaeological site? What is materials, meteorites? What is shipwreck, burial grounds, graves? So you need to be able to know what are these protected area, why they are protected. Okay, so these are the top things you need to understand in this topic. After it ends, you need to understand all of this. Okay, then the first concept that we talked about, it's a concept that it's called provincial heritage. When something is provincial, meaning that it's something that is in the level of government, that is, it is something that is below national level, meaning that it's something that is provincial. So it's operating in provinces, provincial or regional. So provincial heritage. We have national level, we have provincial level. So we have something that we call it provincial heritage. So provincial heritage are sites. These are sites that are known as, meaning that the other name, they are called trade tour sites, places to visit. We call them sites. So provincial heritage sites are known as Grade 2. The other name there is called Grade 2. Please make sure you check it. So the provincial heritage is a place, so you can refer it as a place or a site that are of heritage significant. So these sites, they have the important heritage. So when you call something significant, meaning that something that is important. So these these sites have the heritage that is important within the province. Within the province. So the Provincial Heritage Resource Authorities has declared as the heritage. Okay, so provincial heritage. What is a provincial heritage? It is a place that are heritage significant, that have the heritage that is important. These places are within a province, and these actual places, a Provincial Heritage Resource Authority, it is the one that has declared, make sure that it selected these places, and it makes sure that these places are known as heritage sites. That's provincial heritage. Then we have the second one, South African Heritage Agencies. What is South African Heritage Agencies? It is a national country, national sites. These ones, South African Heritage Agencies, it's natural sites that are known as Grade 1. These ones are known as Grade 1. Make sure that you differ the Grade 2s and Grade 1. So these ones are known as Grade 1. Then agencies. So the South African Heritage Agencies, it's responsible for declaring is to for something to announce something formally, so whereby that you put it official and announce it to public. So this agency focuses on making sure they declare, and also they focuses on managing, they focuses on protecting the heritage sites. Focus on protecting the heritage sites and also the resources that are inside these heritage that are within South Africa. So that is South African Heritage Agency. Hopefully everyone heard me. So the South African Heritage Resource Agency, it was established, meaning that it was formed and established in terms of National Heritage Resource Act, under the acts of our country, which is the National Heritage Resource Act number 25 in 1999. So, formation of the South African Heritage Agency. So, South African Heritage Resource Agency, it is an agent of, falls under the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture. So the department that South African Heritage Resource Agency it falls under. So the South African Resource Agency, it's a national, so national, country-wise, when we call it national, provincial, we call it within province. So it's a national administrative body. So administrative, when we call it something that is administrative, it's a process of managing organization. So it's a process of manage into like manage a budget, manage employees. So meaning that the South African South African Heritage Resource Agency focus manage body be responsible for protect South African cultures sinazo within our country. Okay, so make sure that you know abbreviation of it. What does it stands for? Meaning that the S, front S stands for South, the A stands for African, the H stands for Heritage, then the R stands for Resource, then the A stands for Agencies. So it's South African Heritage Resource Agencies. Then the abbreviation of PHRA stands for what? Stands for Provincial, the H stands for Heritage, the R stands for Resource, the A stands for Authority. Okay. So we now going to talk about the vision, meaning the vision. So when you talk about the vision, so a vision, it's a long-term goal. It's something that you would love to achieve in the long term. So what is the vision of South African Heritage Agency? South African Heritage Resource Agency, what is the vision of it? So the vision of South African Heritage Resource Agency is to make sure that it is to provide for the identification and conservation and protection and promotion of our heritage for the present and the future generation. So the vision that the South African Heritage Resource is to make sure that they are protecting and they are promoting, and also they identification, and also there is conservation. To conserve is to protect and managing natural resources that these resources will benefit the future generation. like ezifana namanzi, forest, minerals. So they need to be conserved, looked after, so that the next generation benefit from them. So that is the vision of the South African Heritage Resource Agency. In future, this is what they want to achieve. So the mission, mission is like a purpose. What is the purpose of South African Heritage Resource Agency? So their purpose is to make sure that they preserve. So to preserve is to protect, keep something into protection. So it must not be harm. Moshagale, protect our cultural heritage. So the mission is to make sure that they protect our heritage that we are having in our country. So please know the information that I've talked about. So the South African Heritage Resource Agency, this is the logo of it. Please make sure that you are familiar with the logo. So that is the logo. It's the abbreviation, which is inside. It's like two hands that are holding the province. So this is like our 9 provinces that we are having in a country. So there is a name as well, Nzalama on it. So please make sure that you understand the logo of the South African Heritage Resource Agency.